I'm not telling you that you should still use products that you bought years ago. I'm just telling you I do. Oh no! No one is out to Goodwill this morning. Look what I just found. Oh my gosh, you guys! I cannot believe I found this hair. I am looking a bit like Shirley Temple, and that's because I did the bathrobe belt method to curl your hair, although I couldn't find my bathrobe belt to save my life, so I used a scarf instead. It worked just fine. I am left with this. I just took it out, so now I just have to kind of gently brush it out with my fingers and separate the curls a little bit so I don't look quite like a grown-up Annie. It's the weekend, the sun is shining today. It looks so pretty out because the sun is shining on the snow and making it sparkle. I always find that so pretty. We are no longer snowed in. We're able to leave the house, leave the driveway, go and venture onto the roads, which is nice, very freeing. So I decided that I want to go thrifting today. I do have some freelance work I have to get done today. Not sure if I will hole up in a coffee shop or not. I need to check what coffee shops are open, because you wouldn't think so, but weekends are funny for coffee shops. Some are open all the time, some are open part of the time, and some are never open. I have to check before I head out so I know where I'm going. But I thought to start off the morning I would take you all thrifting with me. Haven't gone in quite a few weeks, and I've just been itching to go again. Ow! Oh my word, my hair is so curly. I didn't expect it to be this curly. I thought it would be loose curls, but nope, definitely not. Part of me really wants to brush through it, but I feel like that would be a mistake. Maybe I'll just gently brush and then bring my fingers through it. Yeah, that's better. Loosens it up a little bit. Believe it or not, this is very much like what my hair used to look like when I was young, or rather when I was a kid. I'm still young. I had perfect loose bouncy ringlet curls, and then, you know, as you grow up your hair lengthens and gets heavier, and mine got a little bit coarser, and so my curls sort of just disappeared for the most part. I still have some waviness, but it's just not the same. So when I do the bathrobe trick, I feel like my little self again. I'm just gonna put on some makeup so I look less like Casper the Ghost and more like an alive person that you'd actually want to have a conversation with and not run away screaming. So give me a sec, let me do that. I'll be right back. There, all finished. I feel very pretty today. I put on a good amount of makeup. I can run you through what I used actually if you're interested. For foundation I usually go with the Bare Minerals, what is it called? Complexion Rescue. But today I pulled something else out, Herborian CC Cream. I've had this forever and honestly I'm running out, so I just bought a new one off Amazon. I really like this for days where I just want to feel like I have my skin, but better. It just goes on so smooth. I mean, really, my complexion looks amazing. I have no discoloration. It's all very uniform. I get the color Claire, and when it goes on white, but then some magic about this allows it to adjust to your exact pigmentation so that you have a perfect match every time, which is why it looks and feels like a second skin. So I tried that today and I'm really liking the results. You guys already know what I do for bronzer. For eyeshadow, I used this Morphe palette. It's their highlight and contour palette. I use it for eyeshadow because I'm too pale to really contour in the way other people do because all the colors are just too dark for me. It looks like I have dirt on my face. So I just use my bronzer and that works just fine. Plus I don't like looking like a sculpture. I want to look real. I want to look natural. Well, a touch or two above natural. So I used that for eyeshadow. I used Punk Voluminizer Mascara by Duce? I don't know how to say it. To prep my skin before putting all of my makeup on, I used this A+ High Dose Retinoid Serum. Got it from Ipsy a very long time ago. The brand is Sunday Riley, which is such a good brand. I've never not liked an item of theirs that I've received. Not from them, from Ipsy. I wish I was receiving things from Sunday Riley. Whew, I would feel on top of the world if I was relevant enough for that. I put that on first, and then I put on this Pearl Lease Blue Lotus Balancing Moisturizer. Has a lot of hydration, and I definitely need that during the winter time. And then lastly, I used this Total Moisture Facial Cream from Benefit. Had this for a good long time, bought it from Ulta when I was discovering that my skin had started turning dry. This was years ago, but it's still good. It still works, and I've got some left, and I'm not going to waste it. I know that goes against all the makeup advice, but I don't like wasting my money, and it's still perfectly fine. I'm not telling you that you should still use products that you bought years ago. I'm just telling you I do. My hair looks really pretty. I think it's gonna look perfect tomorrow when the curls loosen just a touch. I need to straighten my bangs because I accidentally curled some bits that I need to not be curled because that doesn't look quite right. Oh, and for lips, totally forgot. I used the Meet Matte Hues in the color Charismatic by The Balm. Their packaging is so adorable, very comic book, slightly pin-up, very vintage, really cute. They're also very expensive, which is why I don't buy many things from them, hardly ever. But I will say I love, 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 love this formulation, and it smells like mint when you open it up. Smells so good. It's a liquid lipstick, it's long lasting, I absolutely love the shade on me, and they have plenty more to choose from. I'd love to delve into other shades of theirs, but again, it's not a cheap price, so I try to make use with what I already have instead. And that's my makeup look for the day. Now I'm gonna go get some breakfast, get my day started, and head to the thrift store. I did my nails last night. Haven't done my gel polish in a long time. But the problem is, I did 2 coats on this hand and then forgot to do 2 on this hand. You can't really tell, but they do look different if you look close. No one else will know but me, but I'm really annoyed. I was into watching a YouTube video and I got distracted and didn't keep track of how many coats I was doing. I'm happy just to have some pretty nails for the day. Well, not for the day, they'll last longer than that, but for today. Curly hair still going strong. I love it. I decided not to curl my bangs because I kind of felt like they would stand out in a weird way. Yeah, I feel like the curl just adds to the look, so I kept them as is. But I really like them. I want to work on this table, if not today, sometime this week. Probably off camera, to be honest, but I decluttered a lot of this, so this is actually way better than it was. But the reason I wanted to show you is because I found this really cool, I don't know what you'd call it, vase, bowl, something, but I have nothing to put in it. And while we're out thrifting, I thought it would be a good idea to keep an eye out for something that I could put specifically in this bowl. I don't have anywhere to put the bowl currently, but that's another problem. That's future Cassie's problem. Don't let the sun fool you. It is very cold today. Oops, I left my phone on. I'm watching old Zoe Suggs vlogs. Like I rewound back to 2018 vlogs or something like that. What's the year? 5 years ago. But sometimes I just get in those moods where I scroll back to my favorite YouTubers' early years. I don't know, I just start binge watching them. So I've been doing that this morning while having my protein shake. Don't let the sun fool you. It is freezing. My feet are so cold. I'm about to put socks on and shoes on so I can get ready to go. I just love my hair today. I really like this. I need to sleep with a scarf in my hair more often, especially for summer. Having beach curls, that would be perfect. And it's so easy. It's not even a hardship. Okay, gonna walk as gingerly as possible down the driveway. Apparently the roads are just fine. It's just our driveway that's still a little precarious. Whoops! Oh, every time my leg brushes that button and it adjusts my seat. Gonna need the de-icer. Just a second. It's cold. I really should have worn gloves, but I know as soon as I get into Goodwill, it's gonna be warmer than I'd like, so dressing for in-between temperatures today. I can't believe how thick that ice was on my windshield wiper. I haven't had to scrape my car like that all winter. Okay, heat's going, heated seats are heating, we're good. Got my wallet, got my keys, got my camera, got my phone. Question mark? Yes, got my phone. All right, let's go thrifting. I just realized I left my de-icer on top of my car. I even told myself, don't forget it's up there. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull over for a hot sec. Oh, of course there are people walking. I don't want to stop now. They'll think something's wrong. Okay, no one's coming. I'm just gonna pause. Oh no, I can't believe I did that. I'm so glad that didn't fall off. Thankfully, my car has those railings, you know, so that protected it from falling off. Oh my word, I'm so glad. I cannot believe I did that. Help me feel better. Leave a comment down below. Have you ever accidentally left something on your car? Only to remember it as you drive away. So there are 6 cars here, including mine. No one is out to Goodwill this morning, which bodes well for us because that means there might be some goodies we can snag and no one else will be fighting for the same goodies. I think I might leave my scarf in the car just because I know I won't need it once I'm in there. And it's literally 5 steps to the door. I think I'll be okay. I don't think I'll freeze in 5 steps. There really isn't a game plan this time. I do want to find things for that vase bowl thing I showed you earlier, but other than that, I'm just keeping my eyes open. I don't really have anything on a list that I'd like to purchase or find, but we'll just see what we see. And knowing me, I'll see something I want to keep or resell. That too. So cool. For a little girl's room, I would have loved that as a kid. cheaper one. Who says I can't browse the Christmas section after Christmas? That's when you find all the goodies. This is $30. Has a lot of storage inside, which is nice. I think the drawers are fake, but that's pretty cool. Don't need it, but not a bad find. If I had the space, I would love to snatch something like that and refurbish it and sell it, but I just don't have anywhere to store it until I do a booth rent, so gonna have to leave it behind, which kills me, but if it can't fit in my trunk, it can't come home. Okay, this is what my cart's looking like so far. Okay, so this is the part of the shopping experience where I have gathered everything, because you don't want to leave it behind. I always pick up what I see, whether or not I think it's a good price, just in case, because the last thing you want is to leave it behind and then see it in someone else's cart. So I want to assess each item, because you know when you're grabbing, you're not really looking at the quality, seeing if there are any chips, pieces missing, that sort of thing. I want to do that, and then I want to add everything up and see what the total cost comes to. I always try to keep to a budget of around $20, unless there's something I absolutely am willing to splurge on. Let me just do that really quick and see what we've got. Okay, so I added everything up, and the total comes to $37.92, which is a lot more than I'm willing to spend. So I'm gonna need to put some things back. I think this guy, although really pretty, is kind of Christmassy, and I just don't need it, and I'm not sure it would sell, so I'm gonna put this back for someone else. This, I'm not sure if I should keep or not. My thought was that I could do the oven cleaner trick on it to restore it, and there's no gold, so it would work a lot better than the frame I tried the first time. It's gonna come down to two big pieces. One piece is $5.99 and the other piece is $3.99. I just don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have a think because I can't spend $34. I need to get it down to at least $25. So let me have a think, reassess the situation, and decide what to let go of. Okay, I'm back. I was able to knock off about $7 and get it down to $32, which is still more than I'd like to spend, but that's really all I want to get rid of. I'd like to keep everything. But I did get rid of a few things, so I'm going to put those back and check out. This place never has good quality high-end purses, but never hurts to check. Oh my gosh. I've been looking for one of these. White and everything. Okay, this is coming home with me. I wonder if this is fixable or not. Only $8? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, that's coming home with me. Look what I just found. So cool. I can't afford it and I don't need it. Especially for $7. No thank you. But I had to document it for posterity's sake. So cool. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot believe I found this hamper. I was trying so hard to rein in my excitement because I was inside and didn't want to squeal. Time and place. But, oh my gosh, you guys don't know this, but I have been scouring Facebook Marketplace for a white vintage hamper. First of all, let me tell you how hard it is to find a white one. Second of all, let me tell you how hard it is to find one that isn't damaged. And third of all, let me tell you how hard it is to find one that is a decent price and not $50, $60, $70. It's insane. I would never resell it for that price. I'm not reselling it, by the way. It's mine. I'm keeping her. And I almost walked past it. Almost walked past it. I just happened to look over. I swear it wasn't there when I panned the furniture section before. I'm gonna have to check again and see if it really was there. I don't remember it the first pass. This is why you take multiple passes around the thrift store because you always miss something. I'm so excited, I'm getting warm. And it was only $7.99. Could not believe it. It's not perfect. There are definitely just one or two little flaws, but so minuscule, nobody would know unless you looked really close, and I doubt anyone will look close. There is one flaw that is sort of in your face, which I'm not sure how I'm going to address, if I'm going to recover it. I'll show you when I get home, but there's something discolored about the top, and I don't know if it's a situation where I can recover it with a new fabric or not, or if that would ruin it, or better not to touch it. You know, I'm not sure what the right solution is, but oh my word, that is the highlight of today's thrift. I'm so glad I went out today, because if I hadn't, this little beauty would have been gone. I'm so excited. I did get other things though, which I will show you once I get home. Okay, I'm home. Now I can show you all the goodies I found. Let me unseatbelt my new hamper really quick. Okay, I can't pick it up and show you, but I will insert a clip over my talking so that you can see it. Like I said earlier, I've been looking for a hamper like this for a while now, but just haven't been able to find one that was white, but also in my price point. You would be surprised how much these suckers go for. I found this for $7.99. I wanted to haggle and ask if they could bring it down to $5, but when I got to the cashier, I asked if she could take off 50 cents of this other item that I purchased, and she was like, we can't lower our prices. That's baloney, because I've been to other Goodwills and they have voluntarily lowered something for me without my asking. So I know that is baloney. I don't know if she was a new employee and just didn't want to risk it or what, but that's an untruth. They 100% can lower their costs. I just put all of my stuff in the hamper because it just made the most sense. Instead of trying to carry a million things, just carry it all in one. That's also how I carry groceries in. I cannot make multiple trips. I can't. Drives me bananas. I don't know why. It's just one of my things. I have to take it all in one go. Am I alone in this? Let me know. Do you take your groceries in all at once? Or are you fine with making multiple trips? I need to know. Okay, I'm just gonna go in the order of things I pull out. So the first thing is this really cool set of 4 handles. I thought they were so pretty. Look at the silver. Look how they catch the light. These were $3.99 and apparently they come from Marshall's, originally $6.99. They are handmade in India and I just thought they were gorgeous. I don't have an immediate piece of furniture that I could use these for, but I know I could either update some furniture I already have or buy new furniture and adorn it with this. I will use this at some point in some way in the future. I'm fully confident of that, so I knew I wanted to add this to my cart as soon as I saw it. Next is a really cool item that as soon as I saw it, I beelined for it because there was another woman in the aisle eyeing up that section and I couldn't let her spot it before I grabbed it, so I must have looked a fool rushing over to grab a frame, but frame speaks for itself. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about when I say I want an ornate French gallery kind of frame. This is so beautiful. I got it for $3.99. I also really like the black detailing as well. Normally I don't, but in this case, I really like it. The detail is just so pretty at the corners, right? I love it so much. The wooden frame I showed you when I was assessing prices and all that had to get put back after I saw the hamper. I was gonna get it, and then I saw the hamper, and then my priorities drastically changed. But it's fine. There are wooden frames galore. I will have plenty of opportunity to buy another one very similar or the exact one like it on another trip. I'll just show you two because I can't seem to grab all 4 of them. But they're a pack of 4 and they were each $1.99. Look how pretty. They're made entirely of wood, 2-toned, actually 3-toned if you count the handle because the handle looks a slightly different color. They're beautiful. And my thought process was that I would keep these in my picnic basket and it would just be part of the set. So when I would go out on a picnic, I wouldn't have to grab something out of my dish cabinet, put it in the picnic basket. I would already have these in there. That is their purpose, to be picnic cups. They're wood, so they won't break. They're small and easily packable. They stack, which is a great bonus. No idea if they're valuable. No idea if they are worth anything. I can't tell if they're mid-century modern or anything like that. If you guys know, in the comments, let me know. But I thought they were cool nonetheless, so I picked them up for $8 total. The 2 items I had asked the cashier to knock down to 50 cents. I think you'll understand why I asked that. These 2 candlestick holders, they look oddly similar actually, and I want to do the oven cleaner trick on them to get them down to the bare wood to make them look really cool and kind of like a matching set. They were both $1. That's upside down. They were both $1, and I did not think they were worth $1 each. They were worth 50 cents at most because they're not made of any kind of special material. They're just made of wood. But since I put the frame back, I figured I would keep these for my wood project. I might keep these in my own collection for a while, but I do plan on reselling them at some point. We'll see whenever I get them fixed up and looking really cool. They have been used as candlesticks before, I can tell because there's still wax on this one, but that's okay. That just means that they do fit a candle, which was my worry because they do look kind of tiny. I don't want to have to buy a custom candle, or if I resell them, I don't want to have the customer buy a custom candle. I want them to just fit the generic size of candle. But yeah, I got these for $1 each. Next is a little vase. I got this for $1.99. Well, I guess it's not a vase, it's more of a container. I loved this fluting, I guess you'd call it fluting, design. I could put a lid on it and use it as a mason jar kind of thing, but my thought was to use it as a plant pot, especially when I propagate things like my pothos plant. I want a place to put them. I do have a propagation station that I keep them in until they've grown roots and are sturdy enough to plant, but I'd like to sell some of those propagations in my booth sometime. I'm speaking of my booth as if it's already in existence. It's not, but hopefully someday in the future it will be. I'd like to sell some propagations, and I'd like the pots to be really aesthetically cute like this. And also, if the plant dies, you can repurpose this for something else. Last but not least is this beauty. I saw this and thought, this is so cool. It's hard to tell in this light, but it is an ombre effect. It goes dark down here and lightens as it goes up. I was thinking of this being either a plant pot or a dried floral situation. I do plan on selling this, but it's too big to mail, so this will probably be strictly for my booth whenever that happens. But I just thought the color was so gorgeous and so in right now. I'm seeing this brown, especially the ombre effect, everywhere, in dishes, in glassware. It's just kind of all over at the moment. So I felt very justified picking this up for $3.99. And that's everything I purchased. My total came out to $34.12. It would have only been $31.89, but then I had a $2.23 tax, which I feel like is really crummy when you're thrifting to be taxed on already discounted prices. I just feel like that's criminal. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a tax professional or anything, but I feel like that's not necessary. So I technically only went over budget about $11. My goal was to keep in budget at $20. My max goal would have been $25. I didn't want to go any higher than that. The hamper sort of threw a wrench in that plan. But a worthwhile wrench. It was fine. I'm okay with it. But that meant that I spent, but assuming my max was $25, that meant that I spent $6 over budget. $8 if you count the tax. I don't feel terrible about that. I wish I'd been able to stay in budget. I really don't like going over, but I feel like this one time for this item that I'd been looking for quite a while, it was worth it. I hope you guys like this little haul. I really enjoyed it. I definitely think I found some beauties, and it felt so good to go thrifting again. I haven't been able to go in a while, just from being busy and then being snowed in. It just hasn't been possible, so going back was really nice. I will say though, as soon as I got there, after I told you that it wasn't busy and that we had the place pretty much all to ourselves, people showed up and they were hunting. They were not casual shoppers. They were on the hunt for things because they were lurking in all the same places I was and they were in my way. Actually, I had some small talk with a few of them and they were very, very pleasant to speak to, but they were shopping for the same things I was and I don't like that. Anyway, I'm gonna figure out how to carry all of this in on my snow and ice covered driveway without falling and breaking something or spraining my ankle again. Who remembers that vlog? That was a bad day. I'm gonna head inside. I need to get something to eat. I'm starving. Maybe make a little cup of tea and check my email to see if my freelance job needs me to do anything today. Did I tell you that? I have a freelance job now. It's only just begun. I don't want to say it's permanent yet because I don't know if it is, but I'd like to keep it permanent. I'm finding it really fun. I won't say who I'm working for or anything, but I'm finding it really fun. It's for video editing for a little company and I'm really loving it. It's easy in the sense that I know how to do it, but it is time consuming because it is hard work. I'm not explaining this well. I'm enjoying it. That's the bottom line. And I really hope it sticks. I really hope that this is a job that I can continue to do on the regular and maybe even make it full time. That would be amazing. And inside we go. Decided to make some buns pasta with marinara sauce that is garlic free from Fody Foods. It's the only marinara sauce that I can have or else I end up in the hospital. So this has been a really nice godsend discovering that. Correction, Allie discovered that for me and I've been obsessed ever since. So I'm going to make some spaghetti for dinner tonight. Also, a lovely subscriber named Heather, she's also a fellow thrifter and reseller. I follow her Instagram and she has the cutest things for sale. Anyway, I showed her that I had purchased this vintage hamper because she had actually sold one a while ago and we got talking about how I was looking for one. So I knew she'd appreciate if I sent her the news that I found one. But I showed her this discoloration and she actually recommended this paint that you can buy from Walmart for $7 that is meant for vinyl fabric. So you can just paint over it and it'll fix the discoloration. It should work, but we're gonna try that at some point in the future. I'll let you know if it works. But I'm so excited that she sent me that because that means I don't have to live with the discoloration. It'll look as good as new. Hello, it's a good while later. I'm out of breath because I went up the stairs. I popped into the grocery for just a couple things. I got myself a book. Not that I need another one, but I don't know about you, but I was obsessed with the Twilight series growing up. In fact, I may or may not have skipped class to finish reading the book. Am I proud of that? Maybe a smidge. Totally worth it, by the way. The book was far more entertaining than the class would have been. This is the newest installment called Midnight Sun, and it's all from Edward's perspective. I read a page or two in the store just to kind of see if I would like it or not, because I loved Bella's perspective. But Edward is a totally different character entirely. But as I was reading, I kind of felt myself sinking back into those college days of sinking into a book and immersing myself in the Twilight story, and I thought for $10, it was 40% off. I couldn't leave leave it there. I have yet another book I'm going to add to the pile of things I need to read, but I have to finish Midnight Library first. That is priority. Anyway, I'm going to put away all of these groceries and head to bed. I have work in the morning, so it's imperative that I stick to my grandma bedtime. But thank you guys so much for coming with me today. I hope you enjoyed coming thrifting with me. Let me know in the comments if you watched to the end, and be sure to let me know what was your favorite thrifting treasure I found today. Did any of them strike your fancy? Would you like any of them to appear in my store at some point? Let me know. I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye!